So Trump is straight up saying that the Jeffrey Epstein stuff is a hoax, is a fabrication from the Democrats. And if, for those of my lovely viewers who don't know what a hoax is, it's a humorous or malicious deception or tricking or deceiving someone. So yes, he is saying that the Democrats basically made up the Jeffrey Epstein thing for what exactly? And shouldn't they be prosecuted for that? And if it's a hoax, and my question is, it's like the Very Fine People hoax. You remember that they made all these claims that Trump had said that these white supremacists were very fine people, which I debunked on a video 1 year ago. So if that was a hoax, if that was not true, it means that whatever we know about the Epstein files is a hoax as well. But let's listen to his words and his body language, and especially Caroline Leivitz's body language right beside him.
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen, and I would say that, these files were made up by Comey.
These files were made up by Comey. They're asking about what Pam Bondi has in her power. What has she seen? The videos, the files, everything. What is going to be released? And Trump says his argument is that there's a lot of phony or fake stuff in there. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But yes, he's saying that all those files were made up by Comey.
They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden.
Files made up by Comey, Obama, Biden.
We went through years of that with the Russia hoax.
So he has not said yet that the Jeffrey Epstein files are a hoax. He's still comparing. I mean, this has been happening for the last 36 hours, and we're going to see the 3 clips that, let's say, developed as a story. But he was trying to be like a bit diplomatic in here and say that, oh, this is just like the Russia hoax. So a lie, a fabrication.
With all of the different things that we had to go through, we've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release, yeah.
So that is the special point. Whatever Pam Bondi thinks it's credible from the Jeffrey Epstein files, or whatever they have from Jeffrey Epstein, or whatever videos Epstein downloaded or created or filmed at his properties, or, well, she should release it. Of course, making sure that the victims' identities are protected. I already made a video making sure that you understand from just a pure logic way, the pure logic, that the Jeffrey Epstein client or acquaintance or black book does exist. And there are people out there that could be prosecuted right now. And if they are not prosecuted, it's because Pam Bondi doesn't want to. It's that simple. Go watch that video. And also, we already saw Trump defending very, very, in a very passionate way, Bondi's, performance, and saying that stop asking questions about Jeffrey Epstein. So this has been a roller coaster. And this morning, I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. Okay, then bore us with the boring details. We can't take it. I think really only pretty bad people, all right, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. So I guess that I'm pretty bad people in the eyes of Donald Trump. I will take it. I've been attacked so many times from so many politicians. It's normal.
President, I know you've urged people to move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled?
I don't understand it. Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time.
Why would be interested in, I don't know, Abraham Lincoln? It's kind of the stuff. It's like
he was never a big factor in terms of life.
It was never a big factor in terms of life. That kind of vague statements are odd for Trump.
I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is.
Oh, because we want his powerful friends or clients or whatever brought to justice. That is our fascination and interest, Mr. President.
I really don't. And the credible information's been given.
The credible information has been given, and he
And the credible
shrugs. That's a classic shrug in there.
the credible information's been given.
I guess that he is talking about the binder gate with all those influencers with the binders. I hope not.
Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all fake.
Again, he's making examples of other things that are fake. So by association, he would be eventually affirming that the Jeffrey Epstein stuff is fake as well. Why would you mention fake stuff when you're talking about the Jeffrey Epstein stuff? Yeah, because you want the Jeffrey Epstein stuff to be considered fake or a hoax.
All that information was fake.
All that information was fake.
But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody.
Yeah, you definitely, absolutely, 100% no.
It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But credible information.
Yeah, Lutnick laughs right by when he hears that. It's like this is a joke to them or what?
Let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say let them have it.
Anything that is credible. Okay, but you mean that everything else that you have not released is phony? It's made up. And well, he actually said the words, the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, in a Truth Social post. This, the radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again. Just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the Line 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, which the Dems swore had come from Russia. No, it came from Hunter Biden's bathroom, and even the Russia scam itself, a totally fake and made-up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in the 2016 presidential election. These scams and hoaxes are all the Democrats are good at. It's all they have. They are no good at governing, no good at policy, and no good at picking winning candidates. Also, unlike Republicans, they stick together like glue. Their new scam, pay attention to this, their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. It's right here, so in case you're not paying attention. Okay, we will call it the Jeffrey Epstein hoax from now on, no matter what. This has been baptized. And my past supporters have bought into this BS. Past supporters. Whoever brings the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, which is the name which will be called on from now on, whoever brings this is very bad people, is mainstream media, and are past supporters. You no longer support Donald Trump. Well, I guess that's the way it is. Past supporters have bought into this BS hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will, even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 long years. I have had more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in our country's history, and all these people want to talk about with a strong prodding by the fake news and the success-starved Dems is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, says, again, second time. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Oh, I'm a bad person and a weakling as well, and an ex and a past Trump supporter. To be fair, I was more against Kamala, but again, you do you, Mr. President. Don't even think about talking about of our incredible and unprecedented success you have. The deportations are going very well. The economy, I'm not an expert, but it seems that it's going well. But the deportations, top notch, cannot disagree on that. And unprecedented success because I don't want their support anymore. I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and thank you for your not attention to the Jeffrey Epstein matter. Make America great again. And well, the reaction from, some very influential people on the right, did not wait. Mike Cernovich, why he's doing this is anyone's guess. I truly am speechless. Yeah, many people are speechless about this. They don't know. But Matt Walsh is not speechless. He is has very strong positions, and this was 2 days ago. Before all this, we want justice. That's what the people are telling us to move on from the Epstein case don't understand. We have a deep desire for justice down in our bones, in our souls. We see how the corrupt and the powerful are never held accountable. We see violent criminals running rampant in our streets. We want these evildoers to be punished. We want the innocent to be vindicated and defended. We want justice. It's one of the most basic and most honorable of all human desires. So no, we can't just drop it. Give us justice. We also have Scott Adams that, maybe was trying to understand how this was going 2 days ago, but right now his opinion is quite blunt. And you know that basically we got Donald Trump as president thanks to Scott Adams. The new ass-covering story is the Epstein files were, quote unquote, made up by Democrats. Let's say I don't know how to define this emoji, but you tell me. It's like rolling eyes emoji. I expect better BS from my president. For starters, never preface your BS with "I would say." Yeah, this is not going away. This is really not going away. Jack Posobiec, I'm getting sick and tired of being lied to. I will not rest until we go full January 6th committee on the Jeffrey Epstein files, and every single client was associated with this thing has an FBI agent at their door. I think I'm going to give you my perspective on this and why Trump, I don't know why Trump is doing this. But there are these theories. We could say that, how do we call this theory is that maybe the problem is that he's using this to kind of use as blackmailing these other people, and the world, sadly, you're preventing from the economy collapsing, or you're preventing wars breaking in other places, or you're preventing more people dying if you just try to sweep this under the rug, right? Which, I understand the theory is disgusting, but bear with me with this. It's not my theory. I don't think that's what's going on. But my question is, if the world that we live in depends on powerful people controlling or pulling the strings, and these powerful people have to be given this child sacrifices, so to speak, metaphorically, not so metaphorically speaking, every now and then, we wouldn't be no different than the Aztecs. If the truth shall destroy that order, then so be it. Because I don't think that anybody with the slightest amount of morals and ethics, and Pam Bondi fired her ethics counselor, by the way, does she have something like that? I couldn't imagine how that works. If any part of the world functions or works, or I don't know, depends on people who want to do this to children every now and then, and you have to leave them, let them get their way, because that's how the world works, I would say burn it all down. I would say that the whole system deserves to be turned to pieces. And if the system doesn't, if the system collapses, so be it, because otherwise, it's a demonic system, a literal demonic system, a system run by demons. And if anyone is covering up for those demons and their crimes, then they also deserve to fall. That is my opinion. I would really like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Battle Language Guy. Much love and bliss.